Tom Segura.
And I get why you...
If you would like to see more Tom, you gotta hit that like button. Hit that...
What?
Hit that subscribe button. Why you stop?
Hit that subscribe button.
Let's get it, man.
Laugh at my physical flaws. Physical flaws are funny. They just are. Disabilities are not. But some are. Most aren't. We know those ones, you know? Like if there's a 10K or a quilt, it's pretty bad. But the rest are up for debate. And if you're sitting here and you're like, well, when is it ever funny? Well, luckily for you, I have 3 examples. First, foreign accent syndrome. Some of you know about it, some of you don't. It's real. You can look it up on your way out of here. Some people experience head trauma. Not funny. But they wake up speaking their native language with a foreign accent. Very funny. I defy you to watch interviews with these people and not piss yourself laughing. Do you understand? Like a farmer in Alabama who's normally like, that guy hits his head and is now like, the tractor trailer, That's not funny to you, you piece of shit? Really? The best case ever of foreign accent syndrome happened in the UK. Well, not only was it a British woman who lived her entire life in the UK, she'd never left the town she was born in for 33 years. She was in an accident, and she woke up speaking English, but with a Chinese foreign accent. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, how the...
Do you now believe in God and his awesome sense of humor? A British lady who her whole life was like, hello, it's a bit of a whiffle, isn't it? Like that. Now says, I have not had my conversation voice for over 3 years now.
Oh my God. Nah.
Oh, you
That-
gotta relax.
That would be so bad.
Just wake up Jamaican, bro.
Oh.
What?
Lady
kinda
who
fine.
her whole life was like, hello, it's a bit of a whiffle, isn't it? Like that. Now says, I have not had my conversation voice for over 3 years now. First of all, do you know how hard it is to do that impression without squinting? Secondly, if you're getting uncomfortable, like, whoa, he's mocking an Asian accent? No, she's white. This is fine. A white British lady just happens to say, would you like a cup of tea?
Nah.
Tastes good?
God.
You want milk? You want biscuit? Oh, good. You want me to suck the dick now? I don't know, whatever. She's a nice British lady. She can say whatever she wants. Now, if you're sitting in your seat right now and you're like, I don't think it's funny. Well, don't get your tits in a tussle. I got 2 more for you. So... What about persistent genital arousal disorder? That is a fancy way of saying never not coming. These are people that have orgasms every 90 seconds, and they can't have jobs. Why can't they have jobs, Tom? Because they're coming all the time. It's not appropriate for you to be like, can I try on this shirt? And the guy's like,
Stop.
your shirt. I'm gonna wear my old shit. I'm not wearing your shirt. Can you imagine? You're like, oh, we're out of orange juice? Or, oh. Just bring water. That's too much sugar. I don't want any more of that. Some people suffer from both of those afflictions. You know that? It's rare, but it happens. Can you imagine that? That like you just walk up to someone, you're like, oh, I'm sorry to hear about your dad passing away. And he's like, oh, that feels good. I made that one up. That's not true. But that was cheap, but that was fun. Now, if you're still not on board with this, how about an old, reliable one? You know, how about Tourette syndrome? Yeah. Maybe you've heard of that. If you haven't, let me tell you. When I was in 5th grade, my parents sent me to a new school on a Wednesday. I'll never forget. It was a Catholic school, and on Wednesdays, they had Mass. So picture you're a new student at a new school, you don't know anybody, and the first thing you're doing is you're going to church. So I walk in, and the priest starts the service. He goes, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the kid in the row in front of me goes, fuck your and I'm like, oh, Nobody did anything, no one batted an eye. He just goes, Holy Spirit, starts reading from the Bible.
They can't stop.
Oh.
That's like a rule. Like, I went to a Catholic school for 1 year, not Catholic, but I learned a lot. So yeah, so like if like a priest dies mid like mass, they're basically just supposed to not stop. They're just supposed to act like he didn't just die, and they just bring somebody else in and they just finish the thing. That's
so weird.
Definitely, yeah. And I know there's gonna be people in there. That's not all of that. That's not what all Catholics do. That's not what. But yeah, that's what they do. If they standing there and they pass out, like I said, yo, I was in mass, yo. Every mass, people would pass out. They would never stop. Somebody would pass out, fall out, hit the chair, boom, 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 boom. Whole gym could hear it. You know what I'm saying? Never stop, man.
This kid goes, lick my balls! Fuck you. I am laughing so goddamn hard. But I know I'm not supposed to laugh. It sounds like I'm having a stroke. I'm 10. I'm like,
man, I'm not gonna lie. No, I know people about to get so mad, bro. But I don't care, bro. Tom is just not funny like that. Like, Tom is like the most mid-funny. I thought this was going to be so much funnier than it is. There's a few funny parts of this, but I just got to say that, bro. Because, like, Tom is very much like, I went to high school with 32 people that are equally as funny as him. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know about you, but this ain't that funny.
It's all right.
Yeah, Tourette's. He was yelling out cuss words in the middle of church. Ha ha, now laugh. That's kind of how it feels.
I totally forgot he was talking about Tourette's.
I know, because me too. I'm going to go back. I'm going to literally go back. Because I swear to God, that transition of that joke was so trash that I missed it too. I'm dead. But I knew that's what he was talking about. But yeah.
Still not on board with this. How about an old, reliable one? You know, how about Tourette syndrome? Yeah. Maybe you've heard of that. If you haven't, let me tell you. When I was in 5th grade, my parents sent me to a new school on a Wednesday. I'll never forget. It was a Catholic school, and on Wednesdays, they had Mass. So picture you're a new student at a new school, you don't know anybody, and the first thing you're doing is you're going to church. So I walk in, and the priest starts the service. He goes, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the kid in the row in front of me goes, fuck your and I'm like, oh, Nobody did anything, no one batted an eye. He just goes, Holy Spirit, starts reading from the Bible. This kid goes, lick my balls! Fuck you. I am laughing so goddamn hard. But I know I'm not like, supposed to laugh. It sounds like I'm having a stroke.
My thing is like, I know jokes don't have to be true. Like, they could obviously be a made-up story, but it's like, not even all examples of Tourette syndrome is that. So it's like, oh, that was just so happened that I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm just being a giant hater. I know people in the comments are gonna be super mad. All the yeah, my bad, but yeah, not that funny.
Supposed to laugh. It sounds like I'm having a stroke. I'm 10. I'm like, I have tears running down my face. And finally I'm able to get out, how come nobody else is laughing? And the kid next to me goes, he's got Tourette's. It gets old. 3 years I was at that school. That shit never got old. That was the greatest gift God ever bestowed upon me. And I'll tell you this, the greatest day of my life, up until the day my son was born, was the day we had a substitute teacher that year, and they didn't warn her about him. Your imagination is serving you correctly. It was glorious. I watched a 10-year-old boy break a grown woman's spirit. These poor substitutes, they don't know what's going on in your class, you know? She walked in, somehow they didn't tell her, and she's like, read chapter 3. And then his tics would build, meaning they would start small. So he would sit in class and be like, hey. So she goes, what's going on? And we're like, she doesn't know. And then he would do this every day. He would take markers and paint his own shirt. Again, every day he did it, but she doesn't know about it. So she sees it. She's like, what are you doing? He goes, what do you think, bitch? Then he starts painting his face with the marker. And she goes, stop that. And he goes, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. And she's like, what's happening? What's happening? And we go, that's Kevin. Why are you crying so much right now? Like that. When she killed herself, she's dead. So...
If you can't make them laugh, just make a super shocking joke and then maybe they'll laugh. Sorry, bro. He just don't do it for me. It's like Bert. It's just like, I don't know. He just, that's funny. That was funny.
I mean, it kind of was until you start
hating.
Yeah.
I guess. But I don't know. Because it just sounds like not knowing what this is, like never have seen this before. If I had to write a joke, not even write a joke, like I would never write something like that. So it's like, I don't know, that's just not funny. It's not funny, and I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna be like, oh, you're so sensitive. You don't want to laugh at disabilities. It's like, no, he could have just made fun of better disabilities. It would have been way funnier. He just didn't make fun of the disability well. And it was kind of like, I don't know. Okay. Just, I don't know. Baby, if you thought it was funny, though, I ain't mad. Because I know people think it's funny. I know people think it's funny. I know not everybody doesn't think it's as funny as I do. Just like you didn't think that the Carl Pilkington thing with Ricky Gervais was funny. I understood why you didn't. You know what I'm saying? But this boy could have lived. The voice one was funny though. The voice one was, that part was funny. But the Tourette's part was Draka.
Like that. When she killed herself, she's dead. So. She's out of teaching, but she's fine. So.
Drop a like. Y'all gonna get mad at me, boy. But it's okay, though. Because what you want me to do? Pretend like I like something I don't? What, baby?
Nothing. If you think he a fool, drop a like. Run it up.
Let's get it. We out of here.
Bye.
Peace.